Well, I thought it was good recovery by our team from the week before. I thought good focus. Anytime you can win 2-0 on the road and sweep at somebody else's house 2 nights in a row, you can't let that go unnoticed. That's important. If we were playing 3-2, 3-1, something like that, you know, that can happen. But when you sweep, that's important. I think what's really critical, though, is the consistency of the effort, because you can get fired up, win a big match on one weekend, and then come back. We have number 1 and number 2 this weekend. So we may have played number 4 last weekend. We have number 1 and number 2 this weekend at home. It'd be a good challenge to see if we can hold home court now. You know, I think this is a long season. We have 22 matches in this conference. We can't get too excited when we win one, and we can't get too down if we lose one. But what we have to have is improvement every week, and we have to get better every week, and people have to compete for their positions every week. If we can get that, then I'm reasonably sure we'll have a pretty good team by November.
Based on the past, you always had your strong teams. It wasn't always the teams that depended on 1 or 2 players. Everything was usually, you know, an even distribution. You see situations now where a lot of teams are focusing on Alex Juper and Lauren Williams, and this weekend was really the first time that you saw really tremendous production from players like Sarah Shaw and Katie Fuller and Natalie Hagelin putting up some strong numbers defensively. How much important is that as far as consistency factor for the rest of the year?
Well, that's really important. Of course, we had 15 kills out of Kirby Burnham against Penn State also. We just couldn't get it consistently. Shaw's coming on. Burnham needs to fight back for that position. Shaw needs to continue to get better. Fuller has stepped up and taken it to another level. As a junior, that's real important that she really starts bringing it every night now with that consistency. We get Olgard back here. Then we have competition with Silkovic and Olgard coming in to challenge the freshman Schreier and the senior Williams. So once we get to that point, I'm reasonably sure we have some great practices and the team improves in it every week. But until that time, we just have to focus on trying to win the matches each weekend. And I think my freshmen have done a very nice job in being good team players and doing what we've asked them to do. The sophomores are starting to pick it up. Hagelin was wonderful this weekend. That's where she ended the season last year. I think that summer with USA took a lot of rest away from her. I think she's now starting to get really into the collegiate season, so that helps. Still like to have our middles be more productive.
And that's one of the things a lot of people were asking. Alexis Olgard had the surgery with the knee in the spring, and she's had a bout of mono to deal with. What's her status, and when do you see her possibly getting back onto the court?
Well, I think she'll see the doctor on Monday, and we're hoping for a release. We could have her back in practices by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week if the spleen is okay and the blood count's good and all of that. If not, or if it's not quite there, we'll hold her out a little longer because, like I said, this is a very long season this year. We have a lot of playing to do, a lot of tough matches. So having her 100% healthy is really important. The same with Natasha Silkovic. Today's the first day she's been able to swing for maybe 2 weeks since we were in Florida. So yeah, I hope we get healthy as quickly as possible.